Hey everybody, my name is Nate Winters, Director of Sales and Certified Sommelier here at Troon Vineyard. And today I find myself with...
I'm Nate Wall, I'm the winemaker.
And Michael Wagner, Assistant Winemaker.
And today we wanted to talk about one of our brand new wines that will be featured for our wine club. We call it the Druid's Bubbles. The Druid's Bubbles, as you may know about our Druid's line in the past, being a wine club member, this is the most recent addition to it. And we're really happy with not only the packaging, but the grapes and everything that came out with this wine. I think you'll slowly start to see this populate around you. But in the meantime, to talk a little bit about what this wine means to us and how it came to be, Nate or Micah, would you like to take the lead?
Sure. I mean, I guess I'll just say 2024 was the first year we have made this wine. So this is the inaugural release of Druid's Bubbles. As you know, we have Druids of all other shapes and sizes and colors, red, white, rosé, and amber. But we also have a Druid's Bubbles now to join the line. And this wine is made from, it's 54% Tannat, and 46% Grenache Blanc. The Tannat is the same Tannat that we farm for our Pet Tannat, our other sparkling wine that we make. This has some of that, but then also Grenache Blanc, which is another really high acid white wine variety related to Grenache Noir, obviously. We started. We wanted to make a second sparkling wine from our property, and so we actually co-fermented these. We started blending them. So the Tannat juice, we actually pressed some of the juice for our Pet Tannat, and then we had more Tannat juice that we put into a separate tank. Then when our Grenache Blanc was harvested, that was pressed into the same tank as the Tannat juice. So this is actually a co-fermentation of these two varieties. We had considered even adding like a little bits of some other varieties, but once this started going, it just smelled so great. And we just decided for this first year, we were going to go with the Tannat and the Grenache Blanc. But as is the case for all of our Druid's wines, you can certainly expect other iterations of this wine to have similar but perhaps additional varieties as they kind of work their way into the blend.
Yeah, so we, like Nate was saying, we fermented these, then hand bottled them. We checked, what was it, the end of October of 2024. And so they spent about 14 months on these. Just hand disgorged actually yesterday and today, so hot off the press basically, and hand labeled as well. So this is a project with a lot of steps, but turned out really tasty. I would say this is really cool, balanced, a lot of flavor going on. I mean, reminds me kind of a cross between what you would get from, Nate was mentioning some of the other sparkling wines we've made, the Petite, and this is method Ancestral. So that means when we disgorge, which I just said we did today and yesterday, we're topping it with itself, and no sulfur added either.
Right. Yeah. No dosage, no sulfur added, unfined, unfiltered.
Yeah. So just grapes.
Yeah, super clean. I think, like you said, the many steps and everything that goes into this wine. We're really proud of how it displays itself in that approachability realm. I think for us at a price point that this wine shall come out as, it should be really, the same as all the other Druid's wines, which I think over delivers just like all the other Druid's wines do right now. The Tannat and Grenache Blanc have shown a lot of promise, and so to see them together has been really cool. Super floral, really, really like aromatic, jumps out of the glass, nice texture, really approachable.
I was gonna say texture.
Yeah.
Texture. Yeah, I mean, and that's, I think that the biggest difference, between this and, like say our Pet Tannat is like, I think the Pet Tannat is comes across as like a brut nature, like, that kind of like laser like focus. And, whereas this one does have broader shoulders, it's got like that extra texture, so just more broadly perhaps appealing, easier to like, I think on the Druid's Bubbles perhaps. But yeah, organic, biodynamic, regenerative organic certified bubbles. I mean, what's not to love?
Yeah, really excited to get this out to you. If you have questions, of course, you know how to follow up with us about this. I think just in time for the last holiday of the season, we have Valentine's Day coming up and all the sunshine of the spring. I think this should be perfect to kind of celebrate us coming into 2026. We hope you get a bottle soon. If you're not in our wine club, come by the tasting rooms. Both will have this available and open for you to try, and we hope to see you soon.
Yeah, there's only like 100, like less than 100 cases of this in
Yeah.
existence. So wine club, you're lucky that you
The wine
you're
club
getting it.
most of it.
That's
Yeah.
where most of it's going.
Yeah.
So pick it up while you can.
I was gonna say if you can get it if you're not a wine club member.
That's right.
Appreciate it if you can get it. Well, thanks for listening, and we hope to see you around next time. Thanks.
Cheers.